WFM 91.7.
You're welcome on Political Arena. Arena is where we discuss politicking in Nigeria. And yes, as you know, it is roadmap to 2023. And yes, we're still spotlighting female candidates. Today we're discussing roadmap to 2023, women, campaigns and rallies. Women, campaigns and rallies. My name is Esther Alaribi. Thank you for joining us today on Political Arena. The phone lines will be open 07000 917 917 for you to join the conversation, or you can send us a text or a WhatsApp message 070 317 56537 to be a part of the conversation. You can listen live at the website www.wfm917.com. You can download the mobile app to listen live, WFM 917. Today on Political Arena, I will be speaking to my guest, Khadijah Abdullahi-Iya, the Niger State's candidate or Progressives Grand Alliance governorship candidate in Niger State. We all know how it is right now for women in politics, the low participation of women in politics, and we're glad that we're having to see about 25 women who are running for governorship across Nigeria. And yes, we're speaking to one of them today. We're speaking to Khadijah Abdullahi-Iya, All Progressives Grand Alliance governorship candidate in Niger State. Good morning, Khadijah. How are you doing today?
Good morning. Oh, good. Good.
All right.
How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Khadijah. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much, Esther.
Yes.
So thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. Without wasting much of our time, first off, I'll start by saying congratulations on emerging as the All Progressives Grand Alliance governorship candidate in Niger State. I mean, you've been in politics for quite a while, and looking at all of the amazing works that you get to do in the development space, and yourself personally, it's amazing getting to connect with you and saying that you're running for the #1 seat in Niger State. We're rooting for you. So tell us, what was the motivation behind running for governorship in Niger State?
So thank you, Esther, for having me, and thank you to everyone for listening. So the first #1 question for the first reason that motivated me to run for this position is because of the crisis in Niger State, and that's a leadership crisis. And at this junction, you know how it is. I tell a lot of people, you know how it is when there's a crisis in the home, or when there's a crisis in the household where your mother is not around, Esther, and then there's a crisis. You're hoping and praying for your mother to come back home. So at this junction, it is the same sense of urgency that we have in Niger State. There's a need for a motherly touch to the issues and the crisis that we have in Niger State, and it has to be an immediate action. It's not something that we can compromise at this time. So that's #1. #2 is I feel we have less than 1 to 2% female participation in Niger State. And I feel that if I come out, that can encourage more women who are shying away from politics to join. And we are hoping that the next generation, we have very brilliant women and female in Niger State, intelligent ones, that are scared because of the patriarchal nature of our state. A lot of them wanting to lend their voice and also contribute their little quota are not able to do that because of the cultural and maybe traditional practices that we have, that the women need to be behind the scenes. So those are the two major ones, and there are a whole lot, but these are the two major reasons why I have to come out.
All right. Thank you so much, Khadijah, for all of this. Yes. Saying first, you're running because you want to encourage more women, to tell women that, yes, you can actually do well in the political space. And so the state of things in Niger State, there is a need for a woman to step in. I hear you.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Khadijah. Now, let's go back a little bit. So in 2018, you were the vice presidential candidate on the platform of Alliance for New Nigeria ahead of the 2019 polls. Now, this time around, you're running for governorship in Niger State on the platform of ABGA. So what changed?
Okay, so Alliance for New Nigeria was conscripted. It was one of those parties that was scrapped. If Alliance for New Nigeria still existed, I would have run under that party because they have a lot, their ideologies aligns powerfully with mine. ABGA too is not too bad, because the reason, let me say the first reason for running under ABGA is All Progressive Grand Alliance is because I see ABGA has been here in Niger State for over maybe since the lifetime of Ojukwu, and ABGA, before any other party started, before the APC PDP, ABGA already has entrenched itself in Niger State and a few other northern states, to the extent that the first time a councillor ran under the ABGA in Niger State, Ojukwu came by himself to Niger State to congratulate the person. ABGA has been there for a while now, and the reason why, one of the major reason why we joined is because the last time ANN was here, we didn't have the structure to be able to gain a lot of people. We weren't able to get the needed votes that we wanted. And this time around, that is one of the major reasons why I had to be very careful when I'm choosing a political party. Yes. So this time around, ABGA has over 15 to 17 structures in the 25 local government areas that we have. So we had to make up for the rest of it. The other parties that invited us to join them were SDP and ADP, but they do not have the structure that ABGA has. That's one. Two is ABGA also has a state house of assembly, even at one time had a house of representative, and also had some councillors already that have already won. So it will be easier for us to be able to scale through than using any other smaller party. So that's the reason why we joined ABGA. Yes, you have to be intentional and deliberate about the way you pitch your tent, because if you go and join any party that does not have the structure, you'll just be wasting a lot of time, and all your efforts may be in vain. So this is the reason why we did that.
Okay. So, yes, I understand that your reason first, ANN, yes, no longer exists. So you've been able to tell me why exactly you had to go for ABGA. I mean, we have so many other political parties, but you're saying that ABGA also aligns with your own values as a person, what you intend to do.
No.
Okay. So, again,
exactly.
Then the structure.
I wouldn't say.
Okay, so it doesn't.
Yes, the structure is most important.
Okay. Yes. So in that case,
because all the political parties, I must mention, I don't think that all the PDP, the APC, every political party you want in Nigeria, a lot of people keep saying that they have to have values that aligns with yours. I don't think it's true. You can go and join them,
okay,
and then you try and see how you can work out the value structure, the value system that you have in the political party. Because if you keep saying that you can't change anything from outside,
okay,
right?
Okay,
you can't change anything from outside. You have to get in before you be able to make your impact. And by the time you win your election, you can do a whole lot in revamping a lot of value system that they have. Because our political system are really not there yet. Most of them do not really think about value system, culture, or all of those things. I've not seen anyone that still practices this thing. ANN tried, but they needed some things to do. So I wouldn't say that my value system aligns with any party value system. But what is most important for you to get into any political party, if you get in there, you can now start the changes in that political party.
Okay, Khadijah, let's look at it from this way. If you say that a political party doesn't need to, their values don't need to align with yours before you run on that platform. Now, with your own point of view, saying you can go into the party to make the change that you want to see. When we have, let's say, 20 people who have like minds, who have the same value, and you're coming with a different mindset, a different orientation, yes, I understand you can bring the change, but don't you think that the value system of this other 20 people who have been there before would water down whatever it is you're bringing on board?
Would water down? I don't understand. How would it water down?
Okay, so this is it. You're trying to implement something. You're trying to say, let's do it this way because I think this is what is best for the people. But these other 20 people who you met in this structure already have this mindset of this is how things work, don't you think they'll be able to influence whatever policies or values you are trying to bring on board, and you won't have it the way you wanted?
Okay, not necessarily, Esther.
Okay.
You see, there are so many ways to go about eating a cake, right? And so there are so many ways that you want to apply yourself. You don't have to go with the mindset of you're coming to fight them or to tell them that they don't know what they're doing. No, it is the same thing with my being a female person. When I came out as a governor. When you want to get into a space that nobody has ventured in, you have to be humble. Number one, those are very, very good, huge criteria. You have to also look at the cultural aspect of it, and then bring yourself down. What we first did is to go and meet all the stakeholders, the traditional leaders, and we consulted with them and bring down our head and say that we are not here to challenge you. We're here to add our own contribution, our own voice, our own value system in. So everywhere you go, even if you go to an organization, a company or something, when you get in there and the organization is not the way you want it, you gradually make the changes that you want. It's not something that you just do at one time or fight people. You're not going to get anywhere when you fight. All you have to do, there are so many diplomatic ways to go about it. And the most important thing is your political integrity. Your integrity will align with people. People would like to align themselves with you when they see that you have integrity, when they see that you are doing the things the right way. You don't have to do the things that everybody does. But you in yourself, your own value system will speak for you. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
I understand what you're trying to say.
And gradually, you are the model that people want to aspire to. And then gradually they will all start falling in line.
All right, I hear you, Khadijah. I hear you. So I really hope to see all of these changes that you want to bring on board. All right. So yes, still talking about your political aspiration. Just a few days ago, former head of state General Abdullahi Abubakar declared his support for you. And I saw some of the comments online. I saw some of them. I was like, okay, yes, this is an elder statesman that a lot of people would want to listen to want to vote for the candidate who he endorses. How do you feel about this?
So, number one, I'm elated. Number two, he wouldn't have endorsed me if he does not see me as competent.
Okay.
Because of the kind of person he is, an elder statesman, and he can see, he has seen all the other candidates that have come to see him. Yes, and he asks me a lot of questions, and I know that he does not align himself. It's just the same thing that I was saying. He will not align himself with somebody that he does not think will not win or will not go anywhere, or does not have the competence, the capacity, and the character to be able to establish that will be able to do the work that Niger State needs at this time. So I feel that he's endorsing me. It just reestablishes the quantum leaps that we have achieved already in Niger State for the last 6 months.
Okay. So is there in any way that you feel like, okay, this endorsement from him would endear you more to the electorate?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
You know, our culture in Niger State, number one culture in Niger State is that when you are running for an office, you need to go and greet everybody.
Okay.
You need to go and it's a show of respect. What political parties did, what the other ones did were, when they started, they all start running from one place to another to go and greet all the elders. We didn't do that because we know that what we needed is the electorate's vote and trust. So we earned the trust of the electorate by going to meet them one-on-one. There's something that we do when you respect culture and tradition, a lot of things will come your way. So we went to go and have a one-on-one conversations with the people, going to the grassroots, going to meet those small chiefs. They are the ones that have more influence. They have more. It's the words of the people that matters mostly. I'm not saying that of the elder statesmen do not matter. But after earning that trust, because one of the questions that kept propping cropping up while we're meeting with these people at the grassroots. They kept asking, do you have a godfather? So we did not want that situation for people to get it twisted and think that we're coming out because somebody is sponsoring us or there's a godfather somewhere. And they feel Niger State at some point were worried about this godfatherism and what is happening. So we needed to ensure that these people know that nobody is sponsoring us. We came out of the will of God. The fact that he knows that we have some things to offer, my team and I. So we went to earn that trust, and now they trust us. Then we now start working our steps backward to go and meet the elder statesmen and the traditional leaders for them to give us their blessings, because their blessings are also very important. You cannot just come in as a governor without going around to go and gain that respect. So those were the things that we went to go and do. We did when we went to meet General Abdus-Salam. And you must know, General Abdus-Salam is like a big brother to me, because the firstborn of my family, they were very close. They were friends. So I had is very important that I
out of respect
and greet him. Yes, and get out of respect, not because it will change the electorate's mind or anything. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Khadijah. I hear all of your thoughts this morning. In case you're just joining us and you're wondering what is going on here, it is Political Arena on Women Radio 91.7, where we discuss politicking in Nigeria. And yes, we're still spotlighting female candidates. And today we're speaking to Khadijah Abdullahi-Iya, all Progressives Grand Alliance governorship candidates in Niger State. And we're discussing roadmap to 2023, women campaigns and rallies. Yes, Khadijah is telling us what it has been like for her in Niger State, having to engage the electorate, meeting traditional leaders, elder statesmen, people who would further give credence to the political aspiration in Niger State. If you would want to be a part of the conversation, 07000 917 917 is the number for you to call in, or you can send us a text or a WhatsApp message, 070 56537. Yes, Khadijah, so you mentioned that first you started off by engaging the electorate so you can gain their trust and support, because yes, their votes count. At the end of the day, they'll be the ones to go to the polling unit to cast their vote. You've been in the development space for a while and also in the political space. How are you going to bring all of this experience together, all of these ideas that you have together? If you are elected as the number one person in Niger State, what do the people of Niger State expect to see from you?
So it is very, very important that the people who are in development should come into governance, Esther, because they already understand the modalities to drive accountability. Okay. To drive accountability, to understand that they are the ones that have always been there directly engaging with the electorate. They've always been there from their own pocket. Most of the civil society people, you see that from their own pocket, from having nothing, they just want to help. Some are doing it from the bottom of their heart because that is what they know how to do. Some are doing it because of some of their maybe exterior or ulterior motives. I don't know. But I feel that the more we have civil society come into governance and also engage the political sphere, I think we'll be able to remove and sift the shaft from the grain of those people who are truly noble enough to want to leave a legacy of social impact. That's what I think. And one of the biggest things that we want to do is to also scale up and have a partnership with the open government. We want to have an open government partnership. You do know what that means, that they work hand in hand with civil societies. They are bringing their ideas and their actions together, fusing that of the government and that of the civil societies together so that they can achieve they can achieve more in bits and pieces. You want to say, okay, for example, let me give you an example. You know that in Niger State we have 37.1 or thereabout literacy rate. Then when you join the open government partnership, they will ask you how many percentage more you are going to do by the end of 2023. I don't know if you understand.
Yes, I guess what you're trying to say.
You have to have like a proper action plan of how you're going to do this, how to achieve that. What are your challenges? What are the structures in place? What are the existing, what kind of budget can you apply to that kind of, for you to be able to achieve and accomplish that increase? Okay, all of those things are the modalities that the open government partnership can offer. You do know that Nigeria joined the Open Government Partnership in 2016, and Nigeria was in the whole of Nigeria, we only have like 2 states that also joined the Open Government Partnership, only Kaduna State and Plateau State. So we are hoping that when we become governor, we will be able to join the Open Government Partnership so that we can drive effective changes and all the things that we are hoping to accomplish before we leave.
All right. Thank you so much for being a part of the conversation today. It was glad having you today, getting to hear from you directly on your plans and how you intend to accomplish all of this in Niger. So thank you so much, Khadijah, for joining the conversation today, and we wish you best of luck.
Thank you so much, Esther.
Yes.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you, listeners, for listening.
Thank you. Do have a wonderful day.
Bye-bye.
Right. And there was Khadijah Abdullahi-Iya, All Progressives Grand Alliance Governorship candidate in Niger State, and she's been able to tell us how she intends to bring all of her experience in her personal work that she gets to do for women and youth, and also her experience in the development space for over 15 years, having to bring it on board in governance. She's hoping that with all of this, all of these experiences that she has, that she'll be able to implement them if she's voted in as the governor of Niger State come March 11 when the election will hold. My name is Esther Alariben. Yes, it has been Political Arena on Women 91.7
WFM 91.7.